How do you do, everybody? Welcome to baseball action. As the new Trevians take on the Evanston Wildcats. Danny Duer on the mound. And the first pitch in there for a strike to Alex Vergara. Alex Vergara. And in there for a strike. Well, the season just about over, our regular season. Playoffs coming up. Foul ball, and that's a windshield whacker. Double shot. And strike three. And one away. Jackson Mehevic. The batter. Duer's delivery. And that's in there for a strike. Yeah, strike two. And a ground ball, so a little roller. Pick up. Over the first in time. 2 down. And Joe Frankie, the batter. Now, Trevians turned out. They came in, even though they're right around 500. They came in as 5th in the sectional seating. And we'll play in Von Steuben Regional in the city. There's a strike. There's Joe Frankie. Sometimes I think it has to do more with name recognition than. And strike three. Anything else on how that sectional works. At the end of a half inning of play, there's no score between New Trier and Evanston. The Arch rivalry home series. Going bottom half of the first inning. And leading it off is Matt Blanchard. And Blanchard takes a pitch high and outside for a ball one. And a strike on the outside corner at the letters. And the count was up there, 1-1. Nolan Stogentine on deck.
I'm not shooting for it, but I will.
And a pitch high, and the count's gone blackjack. For Blanchard. Leading off the bottom half of the first inning. And low and outside the ball. And a line shot. That's a base hit. Back up the middle. Single for Blanchard. And Nolan Stogentine. And the sacrifice going to work. Move the runner along. And here's Frank Nicholas. So Nicholas bats. They look back. And the pitch. In there for a strike.
Come on, hit him hard, bro. There we go, 2-1.
Yeah, it was really good.
Come on, man. Big hole right side, 2-1, go that way with it now. Come on, man. Let's go, man.
Yeah, scooped that, fouled off. And low ball.
Tremendous corner there, 2-1.
Hey, you're here.
Hey, Frank, come on now. Let's go, Frank. Back.
Look the runner back. Into the wide.
Let's go, Hank. Let's go, flank.
And the pitch on the way. Line shot right back up the middle. Nearly decapitated the umpire. And that'll score a run. So an RBI single for Frank Nicholas. And the New Church Trevians lead at 1-0. Here's Kunovich, and he sends a fly ball on the giddy up. Center fielder over and takes it for the out. That's out number 2. Here's Ernie Rote. So runner on at first. There goes the runner, and a stolen base for Nicholas. 2 out, runner at second, run in. Bottom half of the first inning. And the delivery in there for a strike. Dropped it. Nice pitch. Outfield playing relatively shallow. We're at Wilbur Duke Childs Field. Duke Childs, the first athletic director at New Trier. And the ball gets away, and Nicholas over to third. He actually took the New Trier basketball team to the Final Four in 1918. And third to first for the out, the end of the inning. And the end of the first inning of play, it's 1-0 New Trier over at Evanston. And we'll be back with more. Sportsmanship extends to the stands and the sidelines at all times. Sport a winning attitude. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the second inning, and Brendan Villamarossi leads it off.
So I just heard that.
And the first pitch from Tuer, a little bit low for a ball.
Oh, we were just like, yeah, we're losing now. And I got like 2:15. I'm like, oh, yeah, there you go.
And outside, 2-0.
Yeah. Your jaw gets tired.
And a fly ball on the giddy up. And Frank Nicholas takes it for the out. One away. Here's Eli Otting.
Just let me in the out. I'll bat you for me too. Round 2.
And he takes the pitch a little bit outside for a ball.
I asked Snap. Said yes.
And a foul ball down the right field line to Eli Otting.
In my car. Sitting in the back seat.
Pete Downey on deck.
Jonathan, how's your prop?
And foul ball off to the left. And a little bit inside the ball. And ground ball right down the line. And nope, not going to get to it. One of those. Just barely touched it. Base hits on the infield. Pete Downey, the batter. And throw over to first. Not in time. And they rule that one an error. So 2 out. And here is Kevin Kleshin. And he sends a blast, and that's right down the line. That's a fair ball. Touched right along the line by Nicholas. And in the third goes questioned, and 2 runs home for the Evanston Wildcats. And they lead it 2-1 here. Here's Eli Miller. And Miller with the bunt. The sacrifice works to bring home the run. And it is 3-1 in favor of the Wildcats. Jack Blanchard, the batter. Suicide squeeze works to bring home the run. Number 9 batting order for the Wildcats. And a strike on the inside corner, strike 1. And a single in front of Nicholas. And here's Alex Vergara. He struck out his first time up last inning. And a strike. There goes the runner. Not in time. Stolen base for Blanchard. Jack Blanchard. We got one on each side. Got a Blanchard on each side of the ball here. To where? Into the windup. The pitch. In there for a strike. So 2 out. And 3 runs home here. And windshield whacker. Outside the ball. And a base hit back up the middle. Here comes the runner home. Here comes the throw in. And runner's going to hold. Yeah, first and third. It looked like he was about headed for home, and then he pulled back. Now here's a delay steal. And the runner caught off third. And Blanchard tagged out for the out to end the inning. So we go to the bottom half of the frame. And the Evanston Wildcats leading it 3-1. Adam Cost leading it off here. So Cost the batter. And a pitch, low ball. 1-1 the count. They lock and load. And high and a little inside the ball. And the count's gone blackjack. The Cost. And scooped right to the first baseman. Steps on the bag for the out. And one away. The Matt McCaffrey. And swinging a bit straight. And a hot shot foul outside at third. To Matt McCaffrey. And strike three. So two-way, nobody on. There's Logan Weibel. And he hits a ground ball. Third baseman and a whoopsie. And Weibel aboard. David Egan, the courtesy runner over there. Here's Drew Lamont. Go over to first. Runner back. Again, the throw over there, and again the runner back. High and outside the ball. Again, the throw over. There goes the runner. There goes the throw. Not in time. And Egan with the stolen base. Second stolen base of the ball game for the Trevians. And a pitch low ball. And a pitch high ball to Drew Lamont. The left-hander looks back. Delivery. And ball four. So 2 on with 2 out. And Trevians chasing 2. Here's Matt Blanchard. Blanchard singled and scored his first time up. It's a ground ball. Third baseman has it. Steps on the bag. And that'll do it for the inning. So at the end of 2, it's 3-1 in favor of the Evanston Wildcats over the New Church Trevians, and we'll be back with more. The use of any tobacco products on school grounds is illegal under Illinois law. That even includes the outside venues, that like the ballpark or whatever, or football stadiums. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Wildcats here in the top of the third inning. Jackson, the Hemick, leads it off and takes a strike. Strike one.
Hi, Cabrola.
Kevin DeWare gets the sign from Weibel. And a pitch outside the ball. 1-1.
Hi, Brian. What's Stern's number?
And inside the ball. And strike. And scooped it and fouled out of play. And a high pop-up. Shallow, giving chase, and right on the line. Take for the out. Call that in foul territory. Here's Joe Frankie. So one away. And Frankie fouls one off. Strike one. Got around on that one a little early and also kind of in on a handle.
Settle everything with a line.
And fouled off the other way.
It's out. Watch it, Adam. I had to confront the guy who's Harley. I mean, like, I looked at the car, I was like, ooh, that's
I joke back. And my twin sister, like, Mom.
And strike three. So quickly 2 up, 2 down is Brendan Villamarossi.
I said the 13. I said the 13. I know, the 13th is Monday.
And he takes a strike on the inside corner for strike one.
Strike, please. Thank you.
Check the calendar.
Saturdays here. All right, canceling therapy.
Derby.
I actually said. Yeah, when did we get our...
Yeah, foul ball back.
No, they're not a senior assignment.
And off the handle again and fouled out of play.
11. 12.
And a windshield whacker
What?
into the parking lot.
Yeah.
And strike three. And that takes care of that. So we go to the bottom half of the third. And the Wildcats leading this one 3-1. Nolan Stogentine leading it off. Stogentine, Nicholas, and Klenovich. 2 up. And the first pitch hitting. Fly ball. And take about the center fielder. 1 out. It's Frank Nicholas. He singled and left stranded. RBI single back in the first. Pitch is high ball. Outfield playing straight away. And Nicholas with the blast up past the left fielder over his head and hits the fence out there, and Nicholas going to go into second with the double. So here's Klenovich.
Let's go, man. Hey, your turn, kid. Let's go.
And Nicholas with the lead. And a ground ball. Stole the roller, and whoops, third baseman touched it and didn't get a good glove on it. So runners at the corners on the error. And here's Ernie Rowe. Go to first, runner back.
First good one you see. Everybody on the move.
And a strike on the outside corner. Baseball action from New Trier. Fairly nice day for baseball. Throw to first, runner back. And a strike. Get throw over there, runner back. scooped that and fouled out of play. And a line shot. That's a base hit. That's going to score a run. As Ernie Roth comes through with the single. Here's Adam Koss.
No, we want to stand next to each other.
Come on, Ned.
And low and inside the ball.
There we go, Cost.
And again, low and inside the ball. Scoop that ground ball. Second baseman has it. They'll flip to second on the fielder's choice. And runners at the corners for Matt McCaffrey. And he takes a pitch high, a ball.
Come on, 1-5. Go,
Throw to first. Runner back. 3-2 now the score. In the third. And high and outside the ball.
Hey, come on, 1-5.
Matt, you're wild.
And a high pop-up. Shallow left fielder calls for it. And takes her out number 3, but the Trevians put a run on the board. It's 3-2 Evanston over New Trier. As we go to the fourth, we'll be back with more. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to teenage drinking. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the fourth inning. Ball game moving along rather quickly as things go. Eli Otting leading it off. Swinging a bit straight. Otting started off that 3-run out first in the top of the second with a single. And a high bounder. To pick up the throw in time. Out number 1. And low and away. This is Pete Downey. Downey safe on an error. And pitch high a ball. His last time up, Downey. And a strike on the outside corner. Trevians outfield also playing pretty much straight away. And a strike on the outside corner. Kevin Kleshin on deck. Kleshin was the one that hit that triple right down the right field line. That, Frank Nicholas made a nice, gallant effort at, but couldn't quite get to it. He's on the pass and strike 3. 2 down. There's Kleshin. And he takes a strike, strike 1.
Oh, I'm such an asshole. I did the same thing.
It was just rude that you assumed it was a Mexican game.
Well, I knew it was like
strike 2.
It's not Bo on him because it's Jose. Not Jose, it's Jose. Well, if my name's Joe Hatfield, that's their names put together. Think about this one.
And strike 3. And that takes care of that. So, we move along. Bottom half of the fourth, halfway home in the ball game. And strike. Strike what? Weibel with a little ground ball. Throw roller, nice pickup. Throw in time. But away. It's to Lamont. And Lamont fouls one off. And Lamont with a blast, and that might even be a gapper out there. And Lamont into second with the double. Gapper to right center. Top of the batting order, Matt Blanchard, the batter. And he takes the ball. Bottom of the fourth. Glad to have you on the network. Goes to bunt. And the error. Dropped the ball, and meanwhile coming on the score is Lamont. And we are tied up at 3. Here's Dolan Stogentine. And a strike.
Even the new truth is true.
Not a first. Blanchard back.
Oh, you do want it to happen. Why did you do it then?
And a pitch low ball. There goes the runner. There goes the throw. They got him. And swing it a bit straight.
Oh.
Come on, Stones! Stones, back up! Come on now!
I mean, I'm not doing it creative.
And a high pop-up, giving chase, and nope, can't get to it. Foul ball. And he did go. Strike 3, and that ends the inning. So we go to the 5th, and a new ball game, all knotted up at 3. We'll be back. Drive now. Text later. Stop the text. Stop the wrecks. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 5th inning. And a brand new ball game all knotted up. Eli Miller letting it up. Pitch outside the ball. And the count evens up at 1-1. Kevin Dewar on the mound. And the pitch low and outside the ball. And fouled off and out of play. Off to the right.
No, I wasn't.
We're along the lake. We're at New Trier today. Home series. First game of it. And a line shot foul. It's a little bit foul. Down the right field line. Follow it back at us. That'll wake you up. You're falling asleep watching the broadcast, huh? Ball 4. And Eli Miller aboard. Here's Jack Blanchard. Throw over the first, runner back. And there's the bunt. The sacrifice going to work. Move the runner along. Here's Alex Vergara. Top of the batting order. Where? Delivers. And there's a strike on the inside corner. Well, Kevin's got some good movement on the ball. I wish he'd get it down a little bit more. And pitch high ball. Fly ball. Right fielder backing up. Nicholas waits, takes it for the out. And the runner tags and moves on over to third. So with 2 out, here's Jackson Lehevick. And he takes a strike. No, they said he didn't go. Boy, it sounded like he might have even ticked that a little bit. But in any case, 1-1 the count. I heard something before it hit the mitt of Weibel. But umpires are like my older brother. They're always right. Even when they're wrong, they're right. Okay. And a strike on the outside corner. Set to the outside. The pitch on the way, and that's high a ball. So runner on third takes his lead. Here in the top of the 5th. And a ground ball. Panovich over to Guerra covering, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs and an error. Go to the, make that a walk. Go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. And leading it off is Frank Nicholas. Frank 2 for 2 on the day. So a little ground ball. That's going to end that. Over to first. And 1 away. It's Grant Klatovich. And Klatovich with the ground ball. Third baseman had a little trouble with it. And another error. Evanston playing a little game of dropsy today. That's the 4th error of the ball game on the Wildcats. Pitch a low ball. And a high fly ball. Right fielder, wait. Take it for the out. That was Rhodes. Did that. And here's Cost. He hits the first pitch for a fly out to center, and they're getting over. We go to the 6th, all knotted up at 3, and we'll be back with more. Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most, and you can be charged even with a felony. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning, and the ball game all tied up at 3 between Evanston and the New Trier Trevians. And strike one. 3, 4, and 5 do up for the Wildcats. Blair delivers. Strike 2. And a pitch high and outside the ball. And outside the ball. And the counting's up at deuces. And a high pop-up. And it is McCaffrey that calls for it and takes it for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Brandon Villamarasi. That's for the Evanston Wildcats. Actually, kind of interesting story. Evanston, when they decided on Wild Kittens for the Northwestern University Wildcats, the Illinois fans in Evanston were a little upset with that nickname. And that's why the Evanston school colors are blue and orange. And a little outside the ball. New Trier, on the other hand, has bounced around a little bit with school nicknames. Foul ball back to the strength. They're first with the Trevians, then the Terriers, then the Green Wave, or take that back, Green Machine, then the Green Wave, then the Indians, then the Cowboys and Indians, and then back to the Trevians. Ground ball, second to first, and 2 up, 2 down. Of course, I may be the only person in all of America that knows the history of that. There's a strike. Actually, when New Trier first opened, the students from New Trier Township had been going to Evanston High School. And in 1901, when they opened up New Trier High School, the rivalry began, and it's been that way ever since. Outside the ball. It's a very storied rivalry in a lot of the sports. Ground ball. Pick up. Throw. And a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. And the score remains tied. And leading it off for the Trevians here in the bottom of the 6th is Matt McCaffrey. So Matt McCaffrey bats. And the pitch outside the ball.
You know the song's done when the cover photo is that. You're like, you're stuck.
And a strike. Very first interscholastic swimming meet ever held in the nation was between New Trier and Evanston back in 1912. They did that one at the old YMCA in Evanston. New Trier was the first high school in the country to have its own swimming pool. Yeah, foul ball off to the right. scattering the dugout. There's the Wildcats. And a little slow ground ball. Clipped by Magic. And bobble it. And Max Toma, the courtesy runner or the pinch runner for McCaffrey at first. Here's Sean, did it again. Sammy Viscotti is pinch batting here
Here we go,
for
Big
Weibel.
Toe.
Sam Viscotti just saw Sean the other day back from college. Sam's older brother. Played shortstop for the Trevians last year. There's a bunt, and it is a beauty. Going to get the job done on the sacrifice. Move the runner along, and here's Lamont. Lamont with a double to right center his last time up. New pitcher on the mound for the Wildcats. Going to miss straight. Time called. Actually prevented it. Now be sure to join us. Baseball action, and we're going to do some specials coming up this year as well. I think. The look back. The pitch on the way and a little outside the ball.
Hey, Drew, you have a fantastic morning.
1-2.
Let's go, Drew. Middle right side, man. Get quick, get that one down.
Just like to soak up the confidence.
And fouled off.
Let it go, let it go.
Looks the runner back. Now the pitch. And strike three.
Extra match. Infinite.
So the lead run on second with 2 away. And Matt Blanchard with that.
There's a bottom and a top of the inning.
And Blanchard with the ground ball. Shortstop bobbles it. And everybody's safe. And here's Nolan Sargentine.
Do a job, drive him in.
Thought of first. Runner back.
Split a gap, Stoke.
And a line shot right back up the middle. That's going to score the lead run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Max Toma comes home to score. And Frank Nicholas, the batter.
That's how you fade a song.
Let's go, Hank. Hold Hank Insurance. Let's go, Hank Aaron. Here you go, Frank.
And a strike on the outside corner.
Kid. Go, Frank. Add on to one, split a gap.
And a foul ball. And outside the ball.
Good corneas. Redna there.
And a hot shot foul.
Good job, Kirby. Double 2, man.
And well outside, gets away. And the runners will advance on up.
Right guy, right spot.
So the Trevians have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And a strike three on the inside corner. Tried to lead in and would get hit. and instead caught the inside corner. And we go to the 7th. Trevians leading at 4-3. We'll be back with more here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Drive sober or get pulled over. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Hi-ho, to the 7th inning we go. And leading it off is Pete Downey. And he takes a strike. Downey, Kleshin, and Eli Miller. Who up for the Wildcats. Trevians leading by a run. Kevin DeWare trying to finish it off. Line shot right down the line. That's a base hit. And a single. Nice job getting over there to hold the runner to just the single. And here's Kevin Kleshin. And whoa, nice try. Good foul. Get that mask out of the way. He just kind of dropped it at his feet. Throw to first. Runner back.
Probably his worst.
Josh Katz now catching.
Hey, twist it, middle. Twist it.
Kleshin with the big triple
Help him out infield. Turn it.
in the second inning, right down the right field line. Really the only offense that the Wildcats have had today. They've actually had more errors than they've had hits. And a foul ball down the right field line. On the first, runner back. And another one fouled off. And still gonna miss strike 3. So one away. And here's Julian Gonzalez. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. Gonzalez pitch batting for Eli Miller. Tying run for the Wildcats at first. Ware throws over to Kunovich, keep the runner honest. And a foul ball off to the left. High and outside for a ball.
Let's go, DeWare.
Another one fouled off. Go to first, runner back. Another one fouled off. Yeah, foul. And a little bit tight for the ball. And a high fly ball. Center fielder Blanchard takes it for the out. That's 2 away. And it is all up to Jack Blanchard, number 9 in the batting order. Pitches high a ball. Two out. first. And high ball. They lock and load, and a strike on the outside corner. Well, maybe the weather's turned. Ground ball. This should do it. Shortstop has it. Long throw, and the ball game is all over. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap this ball game up. Buckle up, Illinois. It's the law. Click it or ticket. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Final word on this ball game for the New Trier Trevians. 4 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. They were struck out 4 times, walked just once, 8 left on base, a little bit high for the Trevians, and 2 stolen bases. For the Evanston Wildcats, 3 runs, 5 hits, 6 errors. They were struck out 7 times by Kevin DeWare. He walked 1, 3 left on base for the Wildcats, and 2 stolen bases as well. That'll do it for us for this ball game. Stick around for more sports action here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Join us all summer long, and for all of us, we say as always, so long, everybody.